Okay, so why do you have no choice? I mean, why did I brought you to this video? Because you have no choice. What do you have no choice about? Well, most likely so far in your life, you have been masturbating and you have been very unhappy with your life. You're not fine with the way that the current world works, and you know for a fact that you deserve something better inside this life. But so far you don't know how to actually get to that place or what to do to honestly get there. Well, this is where this video comes into play. I will show you. Just close your eyes, literally. Imagine yourself 3 months from now. Every guy that you walk past by either turns his head away because he doesn't want to meet your eye contact because you are a scary gigachad, or every gigachad on the street just looks at you with respect. He looks at you with respect because you honestly deserve that respect. You are a hardworking young man by now, and that girl who you thought was out of your league now looks at you with lust, and whenever you try to meet her eye contact, she is just looking down in submission because she is afraid that you might catch her eye contact, that you might catch her spying on you, and you might question her. And why? Well, she has a thing for you. She's in love with you. She would like to get pounded by you. So if that sounds awesome, bro, click the first link in the description. But let's go on and see how you can actually achieve this NOFAP lifestyle, this NOFAP success that you always want inside your life. Well, first of all, you need to go on and see why you FAP in the first place. I believe you can agree when I say, okay, if you don't know the problem, if you don't know why the problem exists, if you can't define the problem, can you really fix it? The answer is no. You can't really fix it, but if you will define the problem, it's just a matter of time before fixing it. So there is a reason why in math, every single time they teach you to write down the entire equation down, and now you can actually go on and fix it. Now you can actually go on and solve it because it's so easier now. You defined every single number. Oh, you have 2 sweets over here, you have 2 sweets over here. How many sweets are in total? Well, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Yeah, it's simple. It's the same thing with NOFAP. So we need to go on and define why you FAP in the first place. So let's think about it right now. What have you went through? This is your actionable step for this video. I won't make it too long, so just do this. Pause this video after you hear this and do that right away. Why do I FAP? Write that down on the piece of paper you have in front of you. If you don't, just get one right now. Just this one. Get a piece of paper and write down why do I FAP? And then list down everything that you think you have. But list down everything that has happened inside your life in the past. Maybe your mother used to beat you up. Maybe you had some terrible childhood trauma. Maybe you had something very, very scary happen inside your life. For example, in my life, I had a very interesting encounter with my mother where I tried to hug her, where I literally spread my hands as a 6-year-old child, spread my hands to hug her around, and she just pushed me away and literally backhanded me because, I don't know, that happened. And that gave me childhood trauma, and I never hugged people ever again, up until now, up until I fixed it. So, now that you have defined this trauma, if you didn't, go on and do it, because how do you expect for your life to change if you don't even take action, you fucking bitch? Don't be a bitch, go on and do it. Now that you have actually defined the problem, those terrible dark things that has happened inside your life, by the way, they can be multiple. They can be honestly multiple. We need to go on and feel grateful for it. I know it sounds crazy. Why should I be grateful? Why should you be grateful for your mother backhanding you after you tried to hug her? Well, for a simple reason. Why should you live in the past? You can't change that. You can just think about it and get depressed. So if that's the case, why not just erase it from your past and just feel grateful for it? Why not just accept it? How do you do that? Well, again, take your piece of paper that you took, and now I want you to write down few sentences with me. I'm grateful for, and insert the thing that you were honestly disgusted about in your childhood. Maybe your mother did the same thing to you. For example, in my case, it would be, I'm grateful for my mother slapping me when I was a little child after I tried to hug her. Do that and feel it. Literally feel grateful for the activity that happened inside your life that gave you that childhood trauma. And if you do this correctly, you should feel like a rock lifting off your heart and now you feel great, now you feel lighter, and now that feeling of resentment isn't there to bother you anymore. You are yourself and you are finally comfortable being someone who you honestly are. So if that's the case, man, let's go on and write this down for every single trauma that you have inside your life. Every single thing. You go on and write it down for your childhood trauma. You write it down for everything that has happened inside your life. Now what do we do next? Well, after you define this, we fix the problem, and we need to continue doing this every single day. I want you to be grateful for 5 things at least every single day. They don't have to be childhood trauma. You could be grateful for the piece of paper that you got to write on. You could be grateful for your phone mask. You could be grateful for your mouse. You could be grateful for your microphone, for your watch, for your skin, for your nails, whatever it is. Just be grateful for it and do this every single day. Keep this in mind, do this every single day, because this is how we change that personality. You currently are not yourself, you currently are a bitch. So because of that, we need to change that bitch to actually become something else. How do I know this? Well, I was a bitch myself. I was literally there every single day crying after a girl said no to me in the gym, after a girl didn't even reject me but said something like jokey to me. Oh, you don't exercise for much, do you? And I didn't know what to respond, and I just came back home crying because of it inside myself. And then I would just think about it every single day. What a bitchful thought I was. So because of that, I don't want you to be a bitch yourself. So go on and do something about this, man. Go on and do something about your life. You're a fucking man, aren't you? So go and do it. Okay, now that you have taken this action, what do we need to do next? Well, define your purpose. You must define your purpose if you want to win inside life, in everything, in anything and everything. So what is this purpose of yours? Well, just think about it. What did you enjoy doing inside your childhood that brought you the most joy? After you define few things, ask yourself, literally write down next to them, okay, would I do this for 20 years straight without getting paid for 20 hours a day, and would I still enjoy it? If the answer is no to all of them, find something else, because that's obviously not your purpose. But if you find something that you would honestly enjoy doing every single day for 20 hours a day for the following 20 years without getting paid, well then, you found your purpose just right now with me. But if you still cannot find that, I just have to tell you something, bro. Would you be proud about yourself if you, for example, 2 months from now did not take action on this video, did not take any action whatsoever, and you still jacked off, you still was a failure, and you still didn't try anything to fix your life? Would you be proud? Be honest. Most likely, no. No, you will not. No, you will not be proud. So because of that, we need to make yourself proud. What did you do to not make yourself proud? You masturbated, you jacked off, you sought for instant gratification, you ate sweets, you ate this, you ate that, you lost your teeth, you lost your, your virginity to yourself, you did so many disgusting things with yourself. How could you be proud of yourself? So now we need to reverse these things. Instead of jacking off, you will start going to the gym and exercising. Instead of actually going out there and being this guy who bitches around, you will be a stoic person. Instead of just wasting time at home, you will be reading. Instead of doing, eating sweets, you will eat clean. You will do something that will honestly make you proud in the future. And after that, after 3 months of just doing this, do you honestly think that you will feel resentment over yourself for actually getting that physique that you always wanted? I mean, bro, you're going to the gym, your muscles are growing, your respect and confidence in yourself is building up, others people's respect is coming to you, girls now look at you. How could you not be proud of yourself now? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do, my friend. Find this out. Find that purpose out, and if you can't find it, just follow what I just told you. Fight for something bigger than yourself, and what's bigger than yourself is your future self. Fight for him. Every single day you feel the urge, just fight for him. Drop down and do push-ups and just say literally, this is for my future self. I will not break it. And go on and do that every single day. And for how long? Well, for the entire life, because we always need to improve. Now, the final thing that I want to point out in this whole video, maybe one of the most important things, is do a dopamine fast. Currently, your dopamine receptors, bro, your dopamine receptors are fucked up. Imagine this. Imagine this is your dopamine receptor. These are your dopamine receptors. In the normal situation, where you didn't get stimulated so often, as soon as you saw a bird, as soon as it touched you, as soon as it touches the dopamine receptor, you would feel happy. But you've come to a place because you spend so much time on TikTok, because you spend so much time drinking tea with a bunch of sugar within it. I don't have sugar within this, by the way. That's not the point. The point is, you spend so much time doing unnecessary things, doing unnecessary habits, doing unnecessary things that you honestly don't need inside your life. Things like masturbation specifically. Every single time you do masturbation, bro, you literally just blast your dopamine receptors with a huge wave of dopamine, and now they literally look like this. They are weakened. And now, as soon as you see a bird, it will just get repulsed because it cannot absorb it. So we need to go on and straighten this up again. We need to straighten this up. So how do we do this? Well, we do this through actually doing a dopamine fast. You know what fasting is. You know what intermittent fasting is. You know what a religious fasting is. You do that with food. Now we need to do this with dopamine. We need to do this with dopamine because we need to change your current self to your original self. So how do we do this? Well, by going on a dopamine fast for 2 to 4 weeks. So, within the first week, you will feel cravings, an immense cravings. So every single time you feel the craving, don't feel scared. I have been inside that position myself. But just keep this in mind. You can either go back and never change yourself, or you can do something about it and honestly go on and improve inside your life. So keep this quote in mind. Never come back. Never come back to your past self. Always improve, always stay forward, always stay sharp. That's what I want you to do from now on. So you drop down, do push-ups every single time you feel the erection coming up. I did this every single day, every single time I actually got the erection. I came to a point where even 70 push-ups at a time, correct push-ups, but 70 incorrect push-ups at a time were not enough. So I started doing even more until the erection was gone. And by the end of this summer, I was literally jacked by the simple push-ups that I used to do. So brother, that's what I want you to do from now on. Exercise every single time you feel the cravings, at least for the first week. The second week, it will be the second hardest. But the more you progress, the easier it will become. And the easier it will become, the less likely you will be to relapse. So the second week will be the second hardest. Then the third week, if you need 4 weeks, the third week, by the time in the third week you will literally feel better without it. And by the fourth week you won't even feel anything towards it. By the fourth week you should be cured. So this is how successful people become successful. This is why you have no choice but to change it now. This is why your future life depends on your current choices. So, are you about to bring in the right inputs inside your life that will actually give you the right outputs? Or are you about to just continue what you were doing? Just literally taking the wall and just bashing your head against the wall like an insane person. That's what insanity is, just doing the same thing that doesn't work over and over and over again. That's insanity. Or will you change and actually do something about it? And just to give you some more insight, I want you to close your eyes right now and imagine 3 months from now, just 3 months from now, everyone looking at you with respect. Girls, guys, they respect you. Girls look at you with submission. And that girl that you had a crush on, that you had thought you are out of her league, now looks at you with lust. And every single time you try to catch her eye contact, she looks at you in the chest with submission, because she's afraid of meeting your eye contact, because she's in love with you, man. So if that sounds like something you honestly want inside your life, click the first link in the description and I will see you, bro. Peace. By the way, good job on making it till the end.